Well, when I found this work, or when this work found me internally, I was married to a man that he, at no time was he interested in the work. At no time he was, as I look back in this moment, it could be that he was just too frightened to. I just never really went there because I just loved him so deeply. And I still feel that way. But he was my teacher. For example, one I like to share is one day I was sitting on the couch and I was very, very quiet and still. And before the work, I didn't sit with myself. I was running, or depressed in bed. It was not sitting still, but he walked in one day and I was still. And again, looking back, it probably frightened him, like she's sick, or there's something wrong with her, or she's paralyzed, or who knows what he thought, because my eyes were closed. She's comatose. I was just so not being his frame of reference of what he was used to seeing. And he looked at me and he said, like, blankety, blankety, blank. I'm not going to say on camera the language he used. Blankety, blankety, blank, Kate. What in the hell is the matter with you? And I just thought that was one of the most brilliant questions I had ever heard. And so I set in myself to see, what is the matter with me? Is there something the matter with me? There's something the matter with me. And then I witness, is it true? He says so. And yes, he looks frightened. And to my own mind, there's something the matter with me. Is it true? And to contemplate that question, he gave me that. Another time he said, blankety, blank, blank, Kate. I was walking out the door just to step outside. Where the hell do you think you're going? And I thought, oh my goodness. Everything out of this man's mouth is brilliant. Where do I think I'm going? What do I think I'm doing? And, if you wait for an answer, like, I'm going somewhere. Is it true? Or I'm going to the library. Is it true? Can I absolutely know that it's true? That opens up quite a world. It did for me. And of course, I invite everyone to it. Now, my old way, if he said, where the hell do you think you're going? I would defend and justify. And so that is war. That's what brought war into our family. So today I'm very clear. If Stephen and I should have a problem, I look to me to solve it. It's not for him to solve. He's perfect in every way, just as my other husband was, just perfect in every way. It's for me to find peace. No one else.
Yeah, I say that, we're all teachers and we're all students.
Yes, yes. We're teachers, hopefully, through example. And in the other way, if I'm teaching, like my husband, what to do or what to live through my words, and like, do this, you should that, it's that kind of teacher. Teachers don't have any fun. They are not a student in the moment they're teaching what they're not living themselves.
We got people expressing the need to get relief from pain, actually physical pain. And I'm wondering, is it possible to use the word to release severe physical pain?
Well, in my experience, it is. And I invite people not to believe me, but to test it for themselves using the work. So I was in so much physical pain, to my mind, that I was living on painkillers, and it was really whacking me out. Painkillers and other things. I was such an addict, anything to get rid of the pain. And when I found the work, I began to question what I was believing. And I tell you truly, oh my goodness, I left the world of pain. I left the world of pain. And but I really wanted to know the truth. more than I wanted to end my pain. And sometimes I wanted to end my pain more than anything. And I found that my motive, because it was not my innate primary motive, that it would slow me down doing the work. In other words, to clear the mind, the enlightened mind, that's primary. And the enlightened mind is the cause of even our physical pain. A simple way of saying that is even physical pain is a projection of mind. And it takes a very advanced civilization to understand that. And advanced meaning enlightened, to understand it. But as we just work with, he doesn't care about me. I can't handle the pain. The pain is too much. I can't bear it. As we question those thoughts, the pain, oh my goodness, everything starts to shift.
That's why I think the work is so important, because it is our thoughts create our reality, and the work is working with that energy frequency.
Yes. It's like, how do I react when I believe the thought, when I'm believing I cannot bear this pain, I can't stand it any longer? How do I react when I believe that thought? The pain intensifies. And
you had that instantaneous healing when the cockroach went over your foot.
Yes, which shows me that when I wasn't believing, I was fine. And then when those thoughts hit my head, what I was believing created my entire world. And I got to see that difference in that moment. So the work is slow motion experience for everyone to enter exactly the same freedom. And, no one holds more wisdom than another human being, and that we're equal. So even physical pain, it's, I invite people to the work and to test for themselves. Our thoughts about the pain, they are so crippling.
And this brings me to my next question, actually, because this is quite heavy. Suwati, she's quite concerned that she has been living so long with this hanging over her. She's 75 years old, and she still feels like it's her ex and the father of her eldest son who caused all the bad things of her life. She asks, is it her test to send love? And is this the cure? How does one forgive and send love to pure evil?
Well, sending love it puts us more in tune with ourself and our kind nature. It's kind of a break from hate and evil. It's kind of a resting, a place where we're not so invested in it. That's why it's so powerful. But we're still left with what we're believing. He's evil. He did a terrible thing to me. They don't understand me. They are unloving. They hurt me. All of those concepts, if you put them on paper and you do the work with them one at a time.
I mean, I'm so happy for her to get that, because the work, that's what she can get. It's like replacing those thoughts, replacing the negative with the love, and then she's going to feel better.
Yeah,
of course.
When we're not believing those negative thoughts, we are so in touch with our true nature. We are there's nothing we can do about it. We are loving, we're lovable, and we're loved. There's nothing we can do to change that. What we're thinking would lead us not to believe that. And those are the concepts that I invite the world to question.